this was a guy a lot of people thought was going to be the top receiver in college football this year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anyone that didn't have him at least in the top 3 prior to the season. And, so I don't know. I can't speak for other people. And maybe I'm biased towards just some of the previous talent that's come out of that program. You could say this about Ohio State and LSU. And like, oh, this is the next kid up. But he had a solid year last year. He was very good. And I think one of the things I wrote down on some of these top guys, I always write, all right, what do I want to see out of them? And his was, I want to see him win more of these 50-50 situations, be more competitive with the football in the air. And he's done the exact opposite.
Yeah.
I mean, his stock has taken a complete nosedive, and maybe I'm holding on to him in my top 10 because I'm stubborn. That could be it. But, I'll tell you what, if I didn't watch him play football prior to the season, I don't think he's in the top 30.
I agree.
Maybe that's a reason why I should bump him down. It's the drops that kill you. The rate has just skyrocketed through the roof, and his yards after catch went down.
Isn't that's concentration? But that's my point. Is I think there's something going on up here that it's probably not football related.
Yes, he did miss a season. Miss a game this year. He had a baby. I want to say after the second or third game this season. Does that cause, or does that give a credible reason to see someone's stock or level of play drop that much? I don't know. I mean, if anything, it could show a team that, hey, once adversity hits, this kid kind of goes off the wayside, and maybe you cross him off your board. I mean, I'm even thinking that he might go back to school next year because he just can't. He can't come into the NFL as a slot only and have the drop percentage that he does and show the lack of competitive fire. I mean, that's one of the most competitive positions, one of the most try-hard positions in football. And if he can't show that he can play with more effort and more consistency, he might not like to see what he's going to be given draft grade wise from the advisory board.
Yeah, he there's no question he needs a lot more polish to his game in order for him to be considered a first round talent. Now, hey, maybe he comes out, he goes into the the prodding and the poking and the All-Star games and so forth, and he lights it up, and they're like, okay, we got you. We hear what you had to go through last year.
Right.
All it takes is one GM.
You can see him get off the ball. He's got juice, and he can get open. I mean, he's a great mix of just explosive, quick, and just he's a pretty refined route runner as well. It's the drops and it's the inconsistent effort that we see. But when you're talking sheer tools, he's got it, and he's not a small kid either. I think he's pushing 200 pounds already, and I like that out of kids that you're going to be putting as a slot only.